Hello everybody! Man, it's been a while. Welcome to Devlog 19 of Arkmaster. We're going to be talking about the desert gimmicks. Wait, what's that over there? It's community shoutouts! And a big thanks to Andrew, who's just as excited as I am. Sorry for butchering your name, but Kasser Pakpasorirek needs a new kidney. This is by far my longest comment yet. And Slandon Studios, Jared the Noob, I just want to say, it's a snake barrel. And thus concludes this episode's community shoutouts. Remember that if you put anything stupid or funny in the comments, I may or may not recognize it. Alright everybody, hang on to your hats and buckle your seatbelts, cause there's a lot more gimmicks in the desert than there was in the city. Starting off, we have a cactus in a pit. That's right, it's just a cactus in a pit. You fall in the pit, you get stabbed by the cactus. The cactuses on land don't kill you, but the cactuses in the pit, those are the ones you gotta watch out for. Now, if you're an observant viewer, you may have noticed the sand particles floating in the breeze in the last two cactus pictures. And that's because the first real gimmick is a sandstorm. Now, obviously, I am hindered by my artistic ability in creating a accurate looking sandstorm, but I think the way that I used Unity's particle system works really well for what it does. Also, it was kind of a stroke of genius in how I actually set it up. I have a camera that only renders particles in Unity, and I have that overlaid on top of the actual camera. And with that, there's also an area effector overlaying the entire scene that makes it appear so that the sandstorm is actually pushing you back. Luckily, that's not all this sandstorm has to offer. Halfway through the level, a dust devil, sand tornado, sand cone thingy appears and starts chasing you down. So here's what it looks like in game, and I think it looks really good. I love the way I coded it and how it just like appears out of nowhere and just chases you down, and it just looks great. I know people have talked about it before, but Unity's particle system, pretty nice. Okay, that's enough of the sandstorm. I'm going to move on to the next thing. And speaking of the next thing, it's my favorite thing. It's my most bestest thing. It is the greatest thing I have done so far. It is the desert train. Now, this train is my pride and joy. There's like several different carts, everything's moving, things are animated. It's better if I just show you. Just look at it. It's amazing. Everything's moving, the train's moving, the background's moving, but in reality, the train isn't moving, the background is moving, and it's actually a genius strategy for me. And although I do want to show you guys the rest of the train level, I don't want to spoil it for you guys. So that's all you get for now. However, I will talk to you about the crates. To begin, we have the simple wooden crate. It comes in 4 different designs, and it can be shot and broken. Yeah, so here's what the wooden crate looks like. It's got physics, you can push it around, and if you shoot it, it breaks. It works how a crate should. Next up, we have the coin crate. It functions exactly the same as the wooden crate, but when you break it, it drops coins. Now, it just occurred to me that there is a box breaking noise that you guys can't hear, but allow me to just play that for you quick. Lovely. I think it really captures the essence of boxes breaking. The next crate on deck is the metal crate. You see, it's engraved with the Arkmaster's logo because, well, I don't know, that's his stuff, don't mess with it. Now, the thing that makes these metal crates special is that they're a lot heavier than the wooden crates, and they can't be broken. And now we come to the last of the functional crates, the exploding crate. And you're never gonna guess what this thing does. It does your taxes. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. No, it explodes. And here is the explosion crate doing your taxes. No, wait, that's not right. It's gotta explode. And so we come to this last crate, the bouncing crate. Man, I wanted this crate to work, but it was just so buggy, just bounced all over the place. You were bouncing on it, everything was just bouncing. Just look at it, unsuspecting, harmless, until you realize that you can gain infinite height by executing a frame-perfect jump on every bounce, and you can jump with the levels. I just can't be having that in my game. Okay, jumping infinitely aside, let's move on to the next desert gimmick, the Quicksand. I'm confident in saying that in any good desert, there's bound to be a patch of quicksand somewhere. I mean, how else is our hero going to narrowly escape the clutches of death? And judging by the look of that warning sign, this quicksand looks pretty deadly. And here's the quicksand in-game. And you know, it was a lot easier to make than I thought. You just put an area effector and a death plane at the bottom, and then there you go. It's quicksand. Now, after the quicksand, the desert gets a lot more cave-y. And what's the most abundant things in caves? Why, of course, it's stalagmites and stalactites. So then I went and did something that any self-respecting person would do, and made a bunch of stalagmites. I also made a stalactite that falls from the ceiling and kills you. And here's what they look like in game. Just imagine that we're in a desert cave, and these deadly stalactites are looming over us, poised to fall at any second now. This random looking PNG right here is actually a segment of a bridge that can be found in the desert caves. Now, these bridges were actually quite difficult to make, because I tell ya, springs are difficult. But I do like how they turned out, and being able to like bounce yourself, and trust me, this one you can't bounce to infinity. Alright, we're down to the last 3 gimmicks of the desert world. And starting off, I added Minecraft to arkmaster. Oh wait, no. I added mining to arkmaster. I didn't add crafting, just mining. And to create this mining aspect, I added a breakable sandstone that gets more broken as you break it. You can use any weapon to break open this block. However, I realized it'd be the perfect addition if I added a pickaxe to the game. So, allow me to introduce the pickaxe. Okay, just occurred to me that I may have shown this off in a previous video, but we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Anyways, here's the pickaxe destroying a bunch of blocks. Man, look at it go! My goodness, now it's spinning! This weapon's awesome! Anyways, let's move on to the next thing, the minecarts. Okay, remember when I said that the bridge was difficult to make? Forget about that. The minecarts, I swear, it took me 3 months to make and perfect the minecart system. You know, and it was a pretty simple idea too. Dude gets in minecart. Minecart, move forward. Dude push minecart forward. I mean, how hard could it be? Anyways, that's enough ranting. Let me just show you what I got. Okay, so I will admit, the minecarts don't work perfectly all the time. But look at them. They're so cool. You're moving around, you're fast, it's like there's sparks. It's just really cool. And now we are moving on to the last gimmick of the desert world. And now you might be asking yourself, this is just a dark screen. There's nothing here. Exactly. It's a dark screen. There's no light. And that is precisely what I added to the game. And now, after downloading the universal rendering pipeline off of Unity, I now can have 2D light in my game. And I think it looks quite snazzy. Oh, and thanks to Brackeys for the tutorial. Hey dude, what are you looking at? Wait a minute, that's my graph of subscribers. The people watching the video should be looking at that graph. Hey guys, look at this graph. Man, that was a long video. Speaking of which, the last 2 videos have been quite long as well. Don't worry guys, next video should be shorter. Should be out eventually. Anyways, subscribe, leave a like, comment something weird or stupid. In the meantime, stay tuned.